Hey everybody, my name is Paul, but it's not worth knowing, so welcome to Indie Rants. This is the first here at CIMfest, and we hope it doesn't crash and burn. If it works at Siege, it works here, so we're going to go ahead and get started. So, yeah. So, first ranter will be Rod.
Sure you don't want to swap with me?
We all know him well.
I think I should go first.
He is going to be ranting about retail.
Really, I think you go first. Let's say swap. How is this one? Just get up this one. No! You don't
Go, Joe, take it over.
It'd be worse.
Knock it over.
Just
send order.
Go.
Fight.
You pretty fix it. Come on, Ron.
I'm not doing a fist fight now, please.
You do whatever you want, but you brought this on yourself.
Yeah, he made the order.
It doesn't matter. Order doesn't matter.
So.
That's not the rule of Rants, what you guys are bringing.
All right. Anybody here work for retail or GameStop in any shape or form?
No.
I said game selling. Okay. Selling games is not as easy. Let me tell you about my life. The hell on earth that is GameStop, guys. Sold my soul there for 2 years. Yeah, for 1 cent, man. But then, god dang, I got a nice job out of it at the end. So, pre-orders. You expect us to memorize every jot and tittle of your game? I don't think so. This ain't class. This is not homework. God dang. You expect us to memorize every last bit of what a sports game does? No. E3 that's your job. You need to be watching that. You don't come to us, what do I expect out of a FIFA? I said, you just kick a ball around. That's all you need to know. So pre-order season is in fall, right? People come up and say, okay, what game you want? I said, I need pre-order 2K. Okay, 2K what? You want to give me money here? You want FIFA, NHL, NFL? What do you want? Give it here now, okay? So, the one that matters? I'll put you down for FIFA because that's what matters to me. NBA. Okay, why don't you just say so? Remember their titles when you go pre-order, guys? Because it's not our job to read your mind. We're not psychics here. And then remember what console is for. Guy comes up to me and says, I want it on the Foe. I said, Foe, okay, brand new system. Enlighten me, educate me. Oh, PS4. Never mind then. That's currently there. And also, for the people that are selling the games, EA, guys, if you're listening, this is for you. We don't want you selling us half-made games and expect to pay $60 for an expansion pass. That is just flat out wrong to your clientele, guys. You know how many times people came to Star Wars Battlefront to return it because it sucked? More than half the people. I could pull you out an inventory list if I had that power still. So, pre-order season, the worst. Console selling. You gotta know what you're talking about. We don't really know half the things that are being told to you guys. E3, three basic principles. Sony does a presentation. Hello, 3 years down the road. I mean, we wait 3 years for Spider-Man, guys. Xbox, you're probably going to get a half-made game in 2 months. They announce it, 2 months later, you got it. Nintendo, make up your goddamn mind. We don't want it. We want it now, but we also want it well done. But then if you're now Smash Brothers, they're going to come rushing to GameStop to pre-order it. That's all I got. That pre-orders. Moving on. Midnight releases, guys, are the worst. Especially when you work for the one in the mall. You got lines going through Dillard's. Then you got mall security coming in like Paul Blart saying, guys, you're breaking all sorts of protocol. I said, yeah, not my fault that NBA 2K decided to come up on this day. So, selling games, companies, you guys got to make up your mind. And do not send us games that will suck because people will tell their friends that the games suck and your sales will go down. Thank you.
Everyone's favorite memories online are hanging out for Halo at the midnight release.
Thank you, Rod. Thank you, Rod, for that wonderful presentation. I, too, love my midnight releases, camping out in the lot, waiting for a game that I'll play for 10 hours and then never play again. So next up, we have Joe, and he will be discussing the topic of making something original. And I'm very excited to hear what you have to say.
I was going to talk about that. You were? But it changed. Because, number one, you guys, you broke the first fucking rule of Rants, okay? And to say that they worked at Siege, so they got to work here, okay? They worked at Siege because of a lady named Michelle Menard, who's been my right-hand man there every year and kills. And she's right there. Now, the arrogant Joe, which some of you know and love, would say it was because of me, too, okay? But, so there's other things going in than just have a fucking rant. And you broke the first rule of Rants, okay? And it's not the Fight Club rule. The rule of Rants is you got to have a goddamn theme. You don't have a theme. It's fucking willy-nilly. You got a guy up here talking about a store that's not even going to exist in 2 years. Jesus Christ. Come on. Okay, so, just like your game, be fucking original. Okay? I don't want to see another runner that doesn't do something different than all the other freaking 100 runners I've seen. Okay? I created a subgenre of a niche. And that's what you guys should do. Find a niche you really love, a game you love, and then find something different that nobody's ever done before with it, and then do that to death, and do it better than anybody else, and do it first, and build from there. I'm so sick of seeing, oh God, I don't care whether it's a AR, VR, you know, whatever, but side-scrollers suck. You know, if you're going to start a company, don't do a first-person shooter, please. Please, we have enough of those, unless it's with maybe, you know, maybe bananas that you use to shoot people. I don't know. How much time I got left? Oh, good, because I'm not stopping. Okay. So, again, you know, and they tell me I look like this guy. Do you see it? I don't quite see it. But at least, did you take any drugs this morning? Because you really need up the energy level, please. Please. Somewhere between me and Paul, you know, at the low end extreme. Where is Paul? There's Paul. Paul is sitting on the floor. That's how low energy he is. Okay? So, you know, what can I say? And Paul doesn't deserve. Paul's a really good friend of mine, despite what I say about him. No, that Paul is a really good friend of mine.
Thank you very much. I originally liked you, but then stopped being about originality.
Anyways, Paul's a really good friend of mine, despite what I say about him behind his back. So, okay, I'm done. Just be fucking original and really up the level.
Up in the energy, huh? All right. Andrew.
All right. So my presentation was originally going to be on originality, and it's still on originality, Joe. So, first of all, you have to have something original in your games, and the person who can tell the audience about it is your GameStop rep, because your GameStop rep will know everything about the game, and we'd be glad to share it with everybody. But so in not seriousness, I used to work with someone who had the philosophy that I rejected, which was that originality is hiding your sources, which I have disagreed with ever since I first heard that quote that he stole from other people anyway. So I have always taken the idea that instead of originality is hiding your sources, I've always gone with the idea that originality is honoring your sources. When you see what folks have done, when you see what they've done well, and then you go ahead and do it some way. Doesn't even be better, though that's optimal, but you do it uniquely. You do it your way. You add your flavor to it. I mean, I've loved strategy games all my life, done a bunch of strategy games. I'm going to say there are a lot of elements in my strategy games that are not particularly new. We've got a whole category called 4X, and mine just fit completely in that, completely unoriginally. Just follow these 4 simple steps, and you've got a successful strategy game, and people will love it. So, but we've added other elements to it and made it our own in various ways. Merchant prints, we had all these trade parts. That's not usually part of 4X, but a lot of fun aspects to it. But putting that stamp onto it, creating your own genre of games, let's see, the sub-hidden object game category, which is what I'll be coming up with next, where you've got hidden objects under the unhidden objects that people have to find and then show. But one of the great things about originality is you don't have to be that original to be original. Because as much as we talk about everything's been discovered already, it really has not. And new games every year show me that. I have a million ideas for games. You have a million ideas for game. Your grandmother has ideas for games that she's told you that you should be developing. Everybody has ideas for games, yet somehow people still keep coming up with games that I did not have the idea for. And I love that, and we need a lot more of them. So as more of you keep doing it, keep coming up with the game that you love and your particular unique take, go for it. Be true to your sources. Use what they did well. Don't even hide that. Be proud of using what other people have done well, and then put your stamp on it for other people to use later. Thank you very much. See, that's original, Joe.
That was a love letter.
It was a rant to the other person.
It wasn't a rant.
It was a rant to the person who said originality is hiding your sources. See, I'm not even hiding that one. All right, who's our next victim?
I don't know for what. Oh wait, that's right. I need to be excited, right? I need to be really excited. All right, that's right. All right, next is Anthony. Anthony, you take it first.
Okay. So I was thinking this when you were ranting because I don't like rules. So fuck your rules and fuck everything about them because I'm going to change everything around what you say. So everyone's talking about games? Nah, fuck, let me tell you about something that's a bigger issue. So I'm an educator. I'm going to be in the next 3 semesters. I'll be getting out of this fuckhole that is Columbus State University, despite how much I love it. And I'm going to be in the education system. I'm going to be a teacher teaching computer science. Let me tell you what this is. First, I want to ask someone, who here has been anything with education? You've taught something in your life. Okay, if you're gonna judge someone on what they know, learn the fucking material before you actually decide to judge them on it. I did app development for my senior project, and I was 100 hours in. I was almost done, a month out from presenting my final object, and then they call me into their office and they say, Anthony, we talked to you about your project. Yeah, this is shit. It's not good enough. It's not marketable, and they're comparing me, some guy who's never done anything, to a GPA calculator. They're comparing a database to a calculator. Who in the fuck does that? Seriously, I want someone to answer me that at some point. Not now, because I think I'm about to be thrown off stage, maybe. No? I got 2 minutes left? Okay, really? I don't fucking know what's going on. I lost track of time. Shut up. But yeah, learn what you are going to be telling people what they should know. If you're going to grade someone on what they know what you're talking about. Don't just sit there and say, I don't know what the fuck's going on, and I'm going to get some guy who's not even certified to teach this material. So can I get Mr. Uncertified to come here? Yeah, I've never seen this before. It sucks. Just throw it out the window. I don't know. You just pay me to stay around here, and that's all that matters, because that's what teaching is now. You just pay someone to stand around there, and they don't actually do anything, because you have students sitting there in a chair, bored out of their fucking minds, because you won't shut up and let them do something. Let them learn for once. You're just having them copy notes down and put it onto a piece of paper? Nah, this isn't about them. This isn't about my dad at all. Nah, I love you, Dad. This isn't about you at all. This is about my high school experience. So fuck everyone and fuck every teacher. Fuck every teacher I had at my high school, because y'all know computer science for shit. Anthony out. Fuck you, I don't care if you don't hire me.
Off the stage.
Fuck off, Paul.
Get off. Get off. Wow, Anthony, I am so sorry for whatever happened to you. I
want them to know I hate them.
I am very aware of how much you hate them now. I hope you don't hate your dad at least, because I know he's a professor. Good, because I would be very worried for you. Whew, Anthony, alrighty. Hopefully going to something a little less, a little more tame. We're going to Zach Smith talking about the Game Jam. Good luck.
Yeah. Alrighty, so I am talking about game jams, and I will be much more passive than that. But, no. So my basic process is I want you to make a game, make a friend, and then play my game. Michelle Menard. All right, so let's get started. Who wants to make a game, and who has not gone to a game jam? There should be quite a few people in here. All right, one, why haven't you gone to a game jam? Seriously. People who want to go to a game jam, I've met so many people, they're like, I want to make games. Hey, I'm going to a game jam in 2 months. You should come with me. Oh, yeah, well, I've got that thing. You know, life is always going to happen. You have to put effort into this. I drove 4 hours to get here. I've driven 5 hours to get to any game jam. I've done 22 jams across 3 different states in 5 years. That's a lot. Show that you care. Actually do something and get out there and go meet new people. Leading to my next point, make a new friend. I don't want to see people going with the same people they always go to jam with and just make that wonderful dream team. Like, I don't care. If you are going with a group of 10 people, break up. Make groups of 2 and spread out and be in different groups and make different games. Come back and say, look, not just this is what our team, like our friends did. We made 5 different games and we met all these new people. I've met so many new people. I am standing up here because of the connections I've made through game jams. So actually go out and make new friends. Go to conferences. Talk to the people you don't know. Talk to that person on the side. You don't know who they are or where they've come from. And finally, play my game. Seriously, why are we judging game jam games on trailers? That is the dumbest thing. Like, I understand that a trailer is relevant to a lot of design processes and getting people out there, but the trailer has nothing to do with the game. Like, I don't care about something I put 2 hours of effort into versus the other 46 hours I put the effort into making my game. Like, actually play that. Don't look at this other thing. I made that because somebody made me do that. I made the game because I cared about it. So, like, go play the games. If your friend went to a game jam, play their game. Like, actually go and play people's games. Judge people based on their games, not on a trailer. It just makes no sense to me. I don't know why we're still doing this. So please go play people's games. Play the experimental games, the bad games. They're gonna be bad. That's okay. They were made in 48 hours. Come on, what do you expect here? So yeah, that's basically all I'm saying. Go out there, make a new game, make some new friends, and go actually play people's games. Please, gosh.
I loved that talk. I loved every moment of it. I feel like it's something we can all relate to because...
Feel attacked on a personal level.
Alrighty then. But last, certainly not least, we have Bob Carter. His topic will be make the damn game already. I'm very intrigued.
I'm gonna get attacked.
So, yeah, I don't care. This is my book. Now that I have your attention, don't talk to me about DLC content. Don't talk to me about a game that's going to come out in 2023, 2024, 2022. Don't talk to me about not going out at this convention, going out at the next convention, and then we're trying to hype up the game, so we're going to need you to give some promotional materials and some promotional content for a game that you don't want to pay me for. Make the damn game already, right? Pay me because you want me to be a voice actor, a voice talent in your game. Pay me what I should be paid because my name is attached to this project and you want people to play this game. That's why you're using my voice in the beginning. Go ahead and pay me. Better yet, why don't you pay the people that are making your game, pay them what they're putting in terms of 100-hour weeks that you've got them working on. You've got me working on this project. You've got me blowing out my voice because it's not safe because we're in a non-union state, but whatever, we're not getting into that. Sure. Pay me and then make the damn game already. 5 different projects. I've worked on 5 projects that I can't talk about specifically because they're supposed to be epic, amazing games. And then guess what? 4 of those projects have not come out yet because they keep pushing back the development. They keep pushing back the release time. They keep pushing back the release date for this game that is still an amazing game because it's a AAA game because they've got all these different developers that they now want to use in different parts of the world and not just go ahead and just make the damn game here in this state or in America or somewhere where everybody can get together, get in the same room, and make the damn game. Instead, they want to schedule a meeting. They want to schedule another meeting. Then they want to schedule another meeting for the people who couldn't attend that meeting, and then they want me to be on there all the time so that I can keep repeating the same things that they've had me do before. Make the damn game already. Come on.
Where are you in Destiny 2? Yeah, where are you in Destiny 2?
I can neither confirm nor deny any certain games that I'm talking about, that I'm alluding to. But yes, I am in Destiny 2. Yes, I was in the Iron Guard. I'm not talking about that when I make my rants about certain things, but there are other games that I'm talking about. Are you serious? All right, well, hey. I at least got paid for that one, so I don't mind. I got paid for that one. What's that?
Chat wants
You suck. Sure. And of course, now, they always want Shao Kahn, which is always a wonderful thing. They always want Baraka. That's also a wonderful thing. I've got to be very, very careful about certain companies that I don't want to disparage. But again, they do need to make the damn game. Make the damn game already. And then pay us, right? Speaking of, I got 3 games in development. I can't pay you right now, but we're going to partner up, and I'm looking for some really creative types, especially the up-and-comers that are right now in college that are young and hungry. And you know what? You're going to get great experience for this. You'll get paid eventually, but it's deferred. But the game is original content, and we got 3 games that are in development right now at Neighborhood Studio. It's a Neighborhood Studio game. No, but it will be. I'm working on the game. I'm making the game. Thank you. Wow.
Hey, Bob, will they get exposure?
Yes.
They better get exposure.
Great exposure.
So that was supposed to be the last person on our lists, but I have something to say. Game devs, I'm bad at games. Please fix this. Thank you. This concludes our rant, unless someone wants to hop up here that's not scheduled, but I don't think I'm going to accept that. So, I hope everyone has enjoyed, and you're free to this free piece of paper.